What's going on, guys? How's everything? I'm just gonna get started. Welcome to the stream. Morning, Scopper. How's it going, man? You alright? Okay, let's get started. Hope we're all doing well. Let's get going with the watch list analysis. We've got about half an hour, maybe less than that actually. I think we have plenty of time to go through the list. Now, these days, most of the list is gonna go to the earnings list. Usually, I don't have this if the earning season is not here. So usually it'll be either watch list and gaps. But because it's earning season, I'm mostly concentrating on this section here. Now, some of the important ones from here will be brought up here as well, like AMD and Starbucks. So you can call this my main watch list. So welcome from Greece. Good afternoon. Welcome to the stream, mate. We were just getting started with the analysis for the pre-market. Actually, let's get started with that because we might not have time. SPY. I always go with the just check the daily on the SPY and also levels on the SPY. Just go through the SPY, how it works, how it looks, and then take it from there. So SPY basically, as I mentioned in my previous few analysis videos, I'm thinking this might be the V reversal. It's got that look of V reversal. Even if it's not V reversal, to continue the upside, it might be a bigger, reversal for a bigger retracement for this downtrend. So I'm thinking this is the start of a V reversal. Now, that doesn't also mean that we blindly look for longs everywhere. Of course not. But it's good to keep an eye on that. Where we are at SPY in the market is basically, longs might have more, much easier, basically, easier, easier opportunities for longs. Basically, that's what I'm trying to get at in these kind of scenarios because it's already at very close to the bottom of the range, and it's got plenty of room for the upside. Now, to the downside, we've got a lot of levels that it needs to go through. Now, it is attacking that 425 level, 426, 425 level, and it's broken down below it, yes. But since yesterday it closed up so positive, I was pretty much expecting a bit of a drop. So this happened. This was yesterday's close, and today's pre-market just dropped off from 429s all the way to 425s. Okay, so we're trending around here, this level here. This level could be important, 425, 425.50. That's something that we need to keep an eye on, and also 425s. The rest we will see what happens, but at the moment, slightly long bias, especially after it sort of gaps down a little bit. Because that's whole, I was expecting a gap down. It's better for it to gap down in the pre-market than to do it at the open. So if it starts to curl back up and starts to regain or gap fill, that will be a clue for longs in the markets are stronger today. So to keep it short, slightly long biased, slightly more to the upside on SPY on the market. So having said that, AMD's and your Starbucks and everything else pretty much will be slightly long biased. Now AMD has had its earnings few days ago and has continued to actually show positive signs of continuation to the upside. The crucial level we have is 99 and 99 to hundreds. Okay, 99 to hundreds. This area is extremely important, in my opinion. We need to keep an eye on it if it does get there, but it's far from it. So the bounce could come in if SPY starts to bounce. So again, slightly long biased on it. But having said that, on all of these, if SPY starts to drop a little bit crazy or takes out the 425 and starts to trade under 425s right there, we might have to change our bias a little bit, because that is a bit too much of a gap down and it's continuing to go down, showing sign of weakness. But it's bouncing off of it. We'll see what happens at the open. So that's AMD. Redbox, I've been watching this for a while. It's been in play for a while. It's produced some decent moves, but in the intraday, when it comes to intraday moves, it's not very clean. It's just a little bit extra choppy every single day. So it's kind of been really hard to trade, as you can see, almost every single day. Not a very clean move, but daily looks all right to me. So I am keeping it, but it's not one of my best it's not on the top of my watch list. That's what I can say. I do have an alert set for it, 784, just in case if it decide to go get close to 8s, so that I'm aware of it. Before that, I think I might not be interested in it. It might get chopped around a little bit, and then I just don't want to be in that. Facebook, a similar scenario to AMD, one of the bigger stocks here. Facebook has been trending down for the last, who knows what, like few months, I would say. And it's about time it's bouncing off. After the earnings report, it started bouncing. So that's a good catalyst for us for this bounce. The gap hasn't filled up yet, which is also a sign of strength that it held this gap. Now, again, this one will also be dependent on the SPY. I'll be concentrating on the SPY to make decisions on these big names. But again, it's gapping down, and if it starts to take out that 220 and stays above that, that could be a nice clue for us to start looking for longs. 220 level is the one that I'm watching. As you can see on the daily as well, quite a strong level on 220 or 219. So pretty much the same level here, right? In fact, 218 to 219 is a better level in my opinion. 220 is it could be intraday level, and is a big round number level. So yeah, those two levels and is trading in between now. We want to see them break. The price needs to break either 220 or 218 for us to decide what we're going to do with it. So that's pretty much what I think on that. Sophie, not very keen on this, but it's bounced off. This could be a dead cat bounce. Again, this is like sub watch list, like watch list C, not even B. But if it starts to take out that 711s, 720s, this area here, then we might be interested. In fact, I'm just going to put an alert there so that I'm notified when it starts to attack that 720s. And then Starbucks. Again, this is also an earnings play. I think after earnings, it started to gap up and it's held this gap really nicely. So that's a good sign of strength. That is a really good sign of strength. In fact, this is probably one of my main watches for in case SPY starts to trend higher. This is a relatively strong stock, so this will follow suit and it might trend much higher than what SPY will do. So if we are taking longs, we want to be looking at relatively strong stocks And if we are taking shorts, we want to be looking at relatively weak stocks relative to the sector, relative to the market, except for low floaters or catalyst runners or things like that. That's completely different story, but usually that's the case. Anyways, so gappers, BTTX gapping for some reason, low float, I believe, 23 million. As you can see, 23 million low float, yep. But it's holding its gap up. But these kind of stocks, they don't last that long. Be careful longing this. And also shorting these is also very expensive as well. So I probably will leave it on the side. But if it starts to really go crazy, we will be there to watch it. Some of these stocks can go squeeze a little bit. AUST is already done. This was funny. This was, I believe, an IPO yesterday. I wasn't there, to be honest. Today I noticed this. This is some crazy action, guys. I haven't seen this for a while. Since our, what is that, DWAC days? Anyways, our AMC days. So 6 and all the way to 30s in one day. And look at the halts on this bad boy. As soon as it opens, within a minute, even less than a minute, it literally halts from 646 to 722. Now after halt, look at the gap, massive. So there was huge demand for it, and it kept on halting, and just keep going up and up and up, and eventually people might have just like from here trading anywhere from there, they started piling up on the profit taking. They started to, and short sellers might have come in as well. But again, this is an IPO, so shorting could be very difficult unless you do it with a CFD if they have an availability, but that's a different story. But anyways, so it just complete reversal came into it. So it could be something to do with the news based or something changed fundamentally. I haven't read through it, but I don't need to. All I can see is that it had some crazy price action and it reclaimed its opening IPO price. So very, very close to opening IPO price. Now, this is not a good sign for it. If it's trading under that, that could also mean some shorting opportunities for us. Also, the reason why I'm keeping this as well, this could provide some decent range and also good momentum when it starts to move, because there's a lot of eyes on it. So that's why I kept it AUST. It's amongst the gappers, but I can keep it over here as well on the main. ICPT gapped up, but it's drifted down. This looks like an all-day fader, but is it related to earnings? It's going to be tomorrow, isn't it? Earnings will be on it tomorrow. So why is it? So somebody knows something, right? Somebody might know something. So usually something like this happens. It's probably because of options plays as well. Sometimes it could happen, or there could be a press release, something like that. I believe it might be a press release actually. Yeah, there's a press release on it. Oh, okay. Intercept shares after deal for Calivia in markets outside the US. Okay, so there's a good deal on it. They've I think they've banked in a deal of some sort. Deal for Calivia and PBC. So there is a catalyst behind this gap, but I don't like this drift, but I will keep it just in case if it starts to take out that 2021 levels and it starts to trade above that. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on this. This could provide something if it does actually take out that 21. SIMO, it's an earnings play, yes, but I just don't like the way it's trading with the volume. It's very thin, but it is a higher priced stock or mid-range stock. So usually the volume could be low on these, and then it picks up after the open. So this is one of those that straight away the first day of earnings play and the positive earnings, I believe, because it's holding up. Now, I don't need to go to check what the earnings were. The price should tell you. Sometimes earnings could be bad, but the guidance or whatever could be good. So that's why you can't rely too much on the numbers. You just rely on what's the price is doing right now, right here, right then. So for me at the moment it's showing strength, and it seems like people are happy to pay for CMO 98 dollars instead of $80, which was yesterday. So that in itself, if you keep it simple, that will tell you what how the demand is for that specific ticker. So yeah, showing sign of strength. Um, I'll keep that after the open. I want to see the volume on it. I'm just worried about the volume not picking up on it. If it doesn't, then I'll leave it alone. If the volume comes in, if it becomes liquid, then definitely we'll look into finding opportunities for the long side on it, hopefully. That's pretty much it, guys. The rest, I've got some earnings plays here from yesterday. If you haven't checked the stream, I did go through these. LTHM is also one of the plays from earnings. The continuation to the upside happened stronger. It held very strong, and today could be another continuation to the upside. The only issue with this one is it's just overextended. You know, we're talking 21 all the way to 30s almost. So this could bring in some sort of a correction. But if it doesn't, then it is extremely strong. EXPE, I'm going to remove this because it's been a while. Starbucks. Yeah, Starbucks is one of the ones that I'm watching. Also AMD, mRNA as well. Okay, mRNA is also an earnings play. In fact, when was the earnings on it? Yesterday, I believe, after hours. Pre-market yesterday, yeah. It did reclaim back, and it's not as strong as I would have liked. It's not a gap up. It fills its gap, and then just closes green, and strong green actually. So if it starts to take out the 155, there could be another opportunity for second day continuation plays. Usually second days could bring in some really decent range on this. So if it does come back to 155 and takes that out, could be an opportunity on mRNA as well. AMCR is one of those as well. I don't like the intraday price action on it, but that might be irrelevant because we've had earnings report today, so we'll see what it does. It's gapping down though with really low volume, so that might not be good for it. We'll keep it here, but that's not my main watch list. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's the analysis. I just wanted to go through the whole thing quickly, and we shall see what today brings. Hopefully it's not going to be there's going to be more action, more momentum based stocks, and some continuation and follow through with these stocks that we have. It has been a bit choppy lately, especially this week, but you know, it's just one of those things that you'll have to it's all about preserving your capital when the environment isn't good for you, and also, you know, pushing the pedal to the metal. Is that what they say? When things go crazy, right? So we'll wait for that. It's like you're hunting. You're just waiting for the right moment to strike. So now, okay. So all right. How do I Mano is it? How do I pronounce your name? Oh, nice one. That was a good guess, right? Mano. All right, Mana, welcome to the stream. I think I haven't seen you before, but I believe you have subscribed in the channel. You're in the Discord as well, I believe, right? Yeah, I think so. Welcome, anyways. We're back, baby. Let me just test something out for you, Manu. Check this out. How does the sound like? Yeah, I'm trying out some new stuff for the stream. It can get boring, so we need to entertain ourselves. Yeah, that's nice of you. I was looking forward to it myself, probably more than any of you guys, because I missed it so much. It's been 2 months, man. It feels like eternity. So hopefully, the stream is gonna sort of catch on with where we left off. So it will take time. It will take time, definitely. A lot of people, I think, they still don't know where we are streaming at the moment, the second channel. But definitely, it's gonna pick up hopefully. If you have anything that you want me to have a look, just let me know. While we have about 5 minutes. In the box. Mara. Okay, let's talk about Mara. Mara, the reason why I don't trade Mara that much is purely related to Bitcoin. It's got a strong correlation with Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin isn't in play, which these days it isn't, I just leave it alone. The idea basically is to find stocks. All of these watch lists that you have on here on the left side, pretty much is something. It's in play basically. Those stocks are in play. They could provide some decent moves when we do trade them. So now if the stock's not in play and is actually reliant on something else that's not in play, then I just leave it alone. It just chops you around a lot. Yes, there was a massive move yesterday, but Mara could be really choppy. It could get very choppy. Look at this. I mean, yesterday was clean. Yes, I believe definitely. But look at this. You can't trade that because it's related to Bitcoin. Correlated to Bitcoin. Sorry. Yes, sir. Yeah, energy sector basically is definitely in play, I would say, but it might be running out of steam, I would say. I have been mentioning in my last before I went away with the stream. I think probably it was here somewhere. It was here somewhere, and if people have paid attention to what I was saying, what I was trying to say, they would have really benefited from it. I was definitely mentioning, guys, you wanna invest something. I mean, I'm not an investment advisor or anything, but I was myself planning to put some swing ideas into things like energy based, oil based, petroleum based stocks, something like Oxy. Look at this. I did mention, I believe it was about 35. This area here on the break of this multi-day breakouts. This area here, because it's obviously it's all dependent on the what the supply and demand is, what the situation with the supply and demand is. So if the supply basically is getting less and less, that means demand is gonna shoot through the roof. Simple, very simple economical analysis there for you. So, if anybody has taken swing trades here, we are looking huge, like we were talking 100% move from 35s to 60 somethings. So definitely in play. Energy is definitely in play. It's because of the situation with the whole Russia-Ukraine thing. Yep, yes, sir. Economy 101 for you. But the thing is, also these things can be quite choppy. The way I trade, I have been swing trading these energy-based stocks on the side, but not day trading, because you need that room. And for me, as a day trader, I don't leave any room. I am extremely quick on my exits. I might be able to show you what I mean by that. If I can have yesterday's, no, I don't. I think I've really, yeah. If you watched yesterday's streams, you will know what I mean by that. So as a day trader, I'm very tight on my risk. All right, so about a minute to go. Let's get ready, and best of luck, guys. Ten seconds to go. I'm just gonna wait about 5 minutes, at least 5 minutes, just to make sure that everything settles down before I take anything. So, ding, ding, ding. Let's go, baby. Let's just keep our SPY here. Right at the open, price. These, expect a bit of a chop, obviously, right at the open. So let's not pay too much attention to that. Let it settle down. Let it find its price. Okay, so it's still under the 425, so that's slightly weak, showing sign of weakness, definitely. So it's staying under that, and it's continuing to go down. So at the moment, I'm not really I don't mind trading shorts on those stocks that I'm watching, as long as it's holding that under 425. Let's buy. So now, right, let's have a look. BTTX amongst the gappers could actually start to, is trying to attack the highs. There will be a lot of breakout traders coming into this. It needs to have a lot of volume though. I think the problem with this is it doesn't have enough volume to actually take out the high 270s. But if it does, we'll see. Let's see. This has a lot of room if it does squeeze. But I feel like it will be pop and drop on these ones. On this one. I might be, I mean, was there a catalyst for this whole move? I don't think so. It's already done more than 100% move and it's holding. The issue here is holding, because I want to say that this is an all-day fader. I really want to say this is all-day fader. It could be a pump, but the problem is it's been, you know, ending positive every single day last 3 days and holding its gap. So there could be something here. There could be something. AUST as well as climbing. AUSD is about to take out that 550. The volume is coming in though. This could be interesting for a long 550. Just about 550 long. I'm gonna try this, guys. 550 with a 520 stop. 554. 555 I got in. 555. My stop is going to be under the close of under 530. So I might exit it early. Usually I do exit very quickly. These could be scalp moves. They can be very, very hectic as well to trade. So you have to be on your mouse, ready to exit. Trading platform has to be, you know, wow, that's looking good. Come on, come on, come on, hold for us, baby. Halt, come on. Let's go. Let's go. Managed to get a little bit 578. A little bit off 578, I believe. Yeah. But this is looking good. This is looking good. Now, even if it takes me out for the hard stop 530, it's not gonna be a big loser on that. Less than a 1 hour loser, so that's good. So let me just put my. That's where the stop will be. Lift. I'll have a look at the lift in a minute. I'm just paying attention to this one. It's quite extremely volatile at the moment, so we anything can happen. So let's just pay attention to that. All right. I just want to be a bit patient with it, but also that also means you could get in trouble. You could get really in trouble, because if short sellers are piling up on it, and if they win the battle, then you're stuck on a wash down. But somehow it's getting held up. My stop will be at the close of 550 now. Very tight. This needs to close under 550 for me to get out. So that'll be nice if I do get out. But if it holds here, then all is well. Yeah, lift was definitely moving. Yeah, lift over 2166 is interesting. I might try AMD. I might be late on it. Probably shorting opportunity on AMD 9660s. Actually, it might be better. It might give me a better entry. Just waiting on it. AMD is looking interesting, very interesting. 97.70, 96.70. I'm out. I'm out of this AUST, guys, right here. 545s. I'm out. So this is kind of like a break even, maybe small loser here because that's my 30% exit there. Not a lot. So yeah, that's just this is what I was expecting anyways from it. If it didn't continue, then that was possible. So I just didn't want to get involved in a wash down, and especially the hold down. Very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. In AMD 9670s, 96 close to 9670s, AMD short 9670s. This might be a bit early, but my stop is over the break of 97. So around this area here. Stop. That's a mental stop at the moment. I can hold off on this. That's the mental stop. I needed to close above the 97 level. That's the whole idea, basically. Okay, this might not. It's tight. It's tight. SPY is bouncing. It might be creating a bit of a reversal coming into the SPY. So I'm gonna watch this carefully. If SPY starts to bounce, then obviously this is gonna take that out, 97s and stuff like that. So it's kind of iffy. It wants to. It's holding up here. There's a nice little battle going on, but it's just not okay. That's better. That's better. That's much better. Okay, let's see if it takes out the lows. That'll be great. AMD, I want you to take out the lows right now. How's that? I don't know whether that's gonna help. But yeah, this whole week thing is not helping it, to be honest. So I might consider exiting early. I'm also watching SPY. I might exit it here, guys. I just don't like it. If SPY starts to take out the recent highs, I'll exit AMD early. This is quite decent. It's acting up nice and decent though, AMD. I like it. I like the way it's holding up this area here. I might even add to it. The only issue is the SPY is bouncing. That's the only issue. If SPY was actually not bouncing, I would have added here. Which is not good. SPY is going to bring this with it. Interesting. This is relatively, you can clearly see that this is relatively weak. So if SPY starts to continue down, this is going to go down big time, hopefully. So SPY is just struggling here, trying to sort of create that reversal and then take out the recent highs. You see, it's actually this area here, the lows are holding strongly. So I might exit. SPY is also just a bit too early to exit this though. I'm gonna exit it on the break of this, guys. Okay, I'm out. I don't like what SPY is doing. I'm out. 9680. I know it's too quick, the exit and the entries, but it's, you gotta, I've done it so many years the way I did it, and it works for me. My early exit, sometimes it actually makes me regret it, but most of the time it really helps me out with very small losers. So I don't mind. So this loser is nothing, right, compared to what I would have lost here. 1 hour, that's 1 hour. This is 0.3 R or 0.2 R, right? Now I can take another 2 losers like this if I have to retrade this one. So I am purely based on the price action, the way what it's doing right on the tape, and how it's reacting on certain levels and things like that. So I might retry this, guys. 96.50, 96.50. Yeah, in this case, this is going to make me regret it for sure. There it goes. There it goes. Ah, you bastard, AMD. In this case, it's going to make me regret it. Yeah, I think it's one of those trades that might actually regret. I was about to pull off that 96.50 right here, re-entry with a stop here, but I just didn't give me a chance to do that. Now this is the real move. Yeah, it's yeah. Oh, Starbucks gave us a nice little opportunity as well to the short side. Yeah, at that time, just I was paying attention to SPY a lot. This was just attacking the highs and really showing strength here, and now it's just yeah. This is a decent. I think this is the main move now coming into it, which will be big if it does continue. So that's, you see that that would have been a beautiful trade. 96 exit, first partial 96, $1 move, and then let the remainder. Interesting. Now the trick is, what happens next when you watch this? What do you do next? Well, for me, I've seen it over and over again. For me, it has to provide some decent strategy setups for me to take it. If it's going to provide another opportunity, I will take it according to my strategies. But if not, then I'll just leave it alone. This could go to 90. There's nothing I can do. The worst thing is you chase this now, and you just mess your strategies up and your data up, and also that gives you one of the biggest, that also becomes an emotional trade, and it is usually one of the biggest losers when you start to trade like that. So I'll just leave it alone. I'll revisit it later if it starts to poke its head up above 96, 96.50s. But right now, yeah, it seems like it's one of those days that's a very, very clean down momentum day. And this is what I mean. Like, okay, one side we had a big sort of opportunity missed, which is no good. But also on the other hand, if you look at this, this would have taken me out here, right? This trade would have taken me out here, 520s, maybe even worse than this, because I normally don't get out on these big moves down. I will wait for the pullback, so I probably would have gotten out somewhere here, right? So now, this one is like a very, like, it might be, this is very close to break even. This could have been a proper loser. So one side it paid off, the other side it really didn't, exiting early. Also, one of the other reasons I will mention this is, it's very crucial as well to understand, is that early on, this was not even 15 minutes to trading, right? This is after 5 minutes or so, 10 minutes. Usually you will get wicked out of these kind of trades. So I'm usually very, very quick on my trade management. Now, if things happen later, like after half an hour or 15 minutes later on, then it becomes a bit more stable move. Then we can just relax on the stop, hard stops and stuff like that. That's also one of the reasons I exited early here. 9680s. AUST. AUST is this is also looking decent for a possible short right about now, under 5. I'm gonna look to short the AUST, guys. So no, I don't think I can short it though. That's the thing. No, I can't short it. I can't find. Check my CFDs. But if anybody could short this, I think it's a nice area to short. AMD is looking kind of okay. All right, I'm just looking at AMD maybe for a possible re-entry right here. Just want to make sure that it is showing a weakness. $96.12, $96.12. That's what I got in, guys. $96.12. Right there. And the stop is over the close of the VWAP still, because I don't see anything else here. I would say 96.75, 80s, something like that. But this looks all right. If it takes out the 96 and then stays under it, it's even better. So another opportunity, another entry on the AMD. Let's see if we can get this one. That's looking good. 96 needs to break and stay broken. Oh, it's holding though. That 96 is holding. AMD usually can be this choppy, a little bit wicky, I would say. AUST is looking really decent for a short. Yeah, it's already like the rejection of the 5. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, AMD is bouncing again. Might be the reversal that I was afraid of here. That might be coming here. But I'm going to wait for it to close above that VWAP now. Maybe give it more chance. If it starts to reject from 96.75, so rejection comes in under 96.50, then I might add to it as well. But we have to remember AMD in the bigger picture is stronger. So we don't want to be fighting against the waves, against the stream. Watching it for a possible add here. Just waiting for this bar, for this candle. Yep, so 40s, 40s, 9640s. Just bringing my average a little bit higher. This one, this position obviously wasn't full on. I was aware that it was kind of a bit of a chase. So if it, in case if it did go up towards the VWAP and it starts to reject from 9650s, then I'll add to it. That was the plan, so I'm sticking with that plan. And now I can worry about the stop, which is basically close of this, close of 9665s basically. Oh yeah, lift. I wasn't watching that though. Maybe I should have been watching lift. Really nice little micro pullback here. Entry would have been 22 over, beautiful, and then another micro pullback 2230s, beautiful. Yeah, lift looks very decent, to be honest. If you had taken it on the, I mean, right over here it would have been a chase, but the entry would have been like 2230s, somewhere there. Very clean moves, nice clean moves. Sorry, I missed that. I wasn't paying attention to it. I was really sort of concentrating on SPY as well as AMD. Yeah, a very relatively strong stock on lift. Oh, Sophie. I had Sophie on my list. Yes, Sophie is kind of a bit of a chop zone. Not very clean. I don't like the price action on Sophie. That's why I didn't even pay attention to it. Let's have a look at the gappers. Still holding. AUST. There you go. You see? That's your 5 rejection. That's a beautiful move coming in. Now this move could be big. So that's why I love to take these as my watch list. These stocks can provide really, really big opportunities, big rewards for your risk. Now, look at this one. I mean, if I could short it, right? Under 5, and then your stop could be anything like 5 to 10 cents max. And you've got huge R on it. So AUST, in ICPT, as I mentioned earlier, this looks like a fader, all-day fader, like this all-day fader written all over it. The only issue is it's actually catalyst is no, there's no earnings yet. No. Okay, AMD is looking good. FB, I think we might have missed that, but I'm sticking to AMD. AUST, beautiful short. This is right. If anybody who's in the elite, YB elite, guys, take a snapshot of this. Just take a snapshot of this, and you will know what I'm talking about. Our elite members are not here today. I don't know what's going on. mRNA. AMD, baby. Let's go. Let's go, AMD. Let's do this. Come on, AMD. Let me just put something here. Yes, sir. That's our partial. 9560s. Sorry, just a bit late on it, but we got a partial on AMD. So this trade is looking really decent. Now, if it does come back and starts to attack over 96, I probably will exit this on break even for the rest, because I expect this to continue down quite fast. If it doesn't, then that means it's stronger than I anticipated it. There were some really decent trades today. I think I'm a bit out of when it comes to trading and streaming at the same time. I'm a bit out of it because there was plenty from our watch list. For example, Starbucks, beautiful, beautiful. What else did we have? FB. There was a lot of opportunities that I just didn't take. mRNA, just beautiful, right? 147. Oh my goodness, just yeah. So I'm a bit I'm a bit out of it, guys. It's gonna take a while. Yep. I feel like that at the moment, especially with Starbucks. Is see, one thing is that you miss a trade and it's not your setup, but if you miss a trade and it's your setup, it's just that's the one that gets you. Hey Jess, how's it going? Welcome. Been a while. How you doing? You alright? Let's go AMD for another round. The only trade I am in at the moment is AMD. We tried it here. This was a beautiful entry, really nice. I'm happy with the trade. Just the trade management exit was too early. I stand by this exit. I know it's not an exit. It's not a trade management by my strategy, but it's based off of the price action at that point, at that at the current time, because of the tape reading and also as well as the price action. SPY was also bouncing, reversing at that time, so I had a decent excuse for me to exit early. So very, very like small, minus 0.2 R, something like that. So if I was risking $1,000, that would probably be $200 loser. So if you don't understand what R's risk reward is. So now, I was watching this and I was like, okay, this is going too far. I'm not going to take anything. I'm eyeing levels like over 96s, most probably the VWAP area 9650s. That's the level I was eyeing on. So it did reach there and start rejecting, added here and entered, added 96 under 9650 once it confirmed the rejection. And that's the rest is history. One partial taken, and we've got about more than 60% remaining on the remaining position. If it starts to wash under 95.50, even better. 95 could be also achievable easily. So yeah, looking good. And if it does poke its head above 96s, I might exit with a slight profit on it. So that's the detail on the trade that I took. And then the other one I took was AUST. Again, very, very small loser. I think Mano was here when I took it. Just a continuation, momentum continuation trade. This was showing sign of strength at that point. Volume came in, took it 556. Partial down 580s, I believe. 578, sorry. And then the rest got stopped out on 544. Now, this wasn't my original stop. My original stop was here, so if I had exited late, it would have been a big loser. So now with this one, break even almost on the name. AMD, let's go. Let me just put this. Let's go AMD. Yes, sir. Let's go. Where's my money at? Where's my money at? Let's go, baby. 95. 95s. Yes, sir. Come on. Ka-ching. So around 95, I believe 95 08, somewhere there, tens, doesn't matter. So second partial out on AMD. I know this could be early. It's breaking. It's looking like it wants to break that 95. But with AMD, you can never tell. Whenever it does start to wash, the bounce, quick bounces come in as well. So yeah, they do look really, really good, really clean, I would say. Today has been a very clean day. I now love to see this. It's been a while. In fact, it's been quite a while since I see these kind of this. Now, that's why you want to be managing your risk according to the environment. That's why I say when you start to feel this kind of environment, that's why I wasn't really scared of adding here. So usually I wouldn't. So because it looked clean enough for me to add, which is great. This ad will give me more opportunities to take more and more partials without messing up my averages. Oh yeah, let's go. Let's go. AMD, let's go, baby. 94.50 is another partial area for me. Hopefully it's gonna reach now. This exit should have been around this area right now. This was a bit early. I feel like, although there was 95 there, yes, but I feel like I just took it just for the sake of taking the partial. But we'll have to bank in something, right? You can't just leave it alone. It's not a profit if it's not in your bank. Beautiful. FB, beautiful. I keep missing it, but I'm sticking with AMD though. Jessica, have a look at this. Have a look at this. Like, today, beautiful examples of the strategies that you went through. Look at this. It's just crazy. Wow. Just amazing. There you go. I'm looking for another partial. Come on, break, 94.50s. Break. Okay, break. Wow, okay. SPY's washing as well. I'm not taking yet. SPY's washing. So there's some over the 50s. Dude. Okay, so that's the bounce coming in. Should have taken that 94.50 when I had the chance. It's just that SPY wasn't helping. Right here, SPY was actually really looking decently weak. Actually, at the moment, it looks weak, to be honest. That little bounce is not going to change that, hopefully. Hopefully, it's not going to change it that much. But I am looking for a possible profit taking right here. Still in AMD. I wanted to take it 94.50s. I was just a bit greedy. The third partial. But we've got two partials on AMD, which is great. I'm already way ahead on that. Now the stop can go just over 96. In fact, very close to 96 is the stop. So from our entry, we had a move of about $1, $2. RDBX. RDBX is popping again, but it's been popping a lot and it's getting rejected and it's being sold. See over here, the price action starts to pop, getting sold. Pops, gets sold. Doesn't go far. But it's trying though, that's the thing. It's holding up and it's trying. So that's why I'm keeping it on the watch, just in case if it starts to do a runner. I think I have an alert set around this area here. Somewhere there, yeah. Even here I should be putting an alert, just in case. But let's go through AMD. Now AMD, I feel like I wanna add here. Just a little ad, little tiny ad maybe. Could be risky though. No, I'm not gonna add. Just gonna wait for my partials or my trailing stop get taken out. Yes, sir. It's tempting me though. I'm gonna add, guys. 9507s, 9507s added. 9507s. Somewhere there. So added on AMD, just a slight bit, not much. The partial that went here, the same partial, the first partial. So hopefully it's not actually a reversal coming in. I'm still okay with this trailing stop. It's still not gonna really hurt me much. If anything, I might get something out of it if it does take out that 96. Let's have a look at Redbox. Redbox, what's the volume like? 200,000, 62,000. It's not much, to be honest, for a $7 stock. It should be way over that. Lift look interesting. Lift looks interesting. It's very close to VWAP though, that's the problem. I feel like I want to short this, but it's very close to VWAP. Yeah, I think that was just a bit late now. So this is what I meant. Could be something like that. We will see. We shall see. I would say I was just a bit early on AMD for the ad. It was here. The ad was here. But that's fine. Nevertheless, the ad is there, so can't do much about it. Hopefully it takes out the 9450, which will be great. There we go. SPY is taking the lows out, which is looking good for it. Yes, Sophie was earlier when I looked at it. Sophie did not look very clean, but later after we discussed it, that it was very dirty right here, it started to show clean moves right there. You see, over here was a big chop. I just don't like to see these wicks. That's indecision, indecision, indecision all the way through. So there's no edge for me in that. Um, but yeah, this is another way of trading it as well, because yeah, this would not have been my cup of tea, to be honest. I mean, even if I had traded, it probably would have been here, not there. But yeah, looking good. BTTX is popping. BTTX, there it goes. BTTX. This is the one I was mentioning. Is holding up. Something's up with this. Could be a opportunity, but heavy selling coming in. So if you're going to take any of these, you have to be prepared to exit very quickly if it starts to do a rug pull. Oh, is it? Is it really? Awesome. Well, don't let it be too personal, yeah? Trading is all about um, professionalism. You gotta stay focused. You gotta stay business minded. Don't let emotions. AMD is just popping back up. I might exit this early. AMD is the problem with. It's just look at this. I mean, it rejects from here nicely, and all of a sudden you get that bounce. So AMD's always been like one of those stocks that's not easy to trade when it comes to watching the price action. Anytime soon I'll be exiting, guys. BTTX goes. BTTX. Nice 70s. I'm just waiting for this to close, and then I'll exit. Hopefully it's not gonna pop before it closes. All right, I'm out, guys. I can't wait for it to close. I should have been out here, but I'm out here, so that's fine. It's just didn't have that continuation. It's totally fine. The reversal might be coming. Remember, this is the first half an hour is already done. Usually reversals come in. Now the reversal might not be all the way breaking the VWAP and stuff like that, but I can't hold it until it starts to attack the VWAP. So I'm just gonna, yeah. RDBX is also trying to break the highs. There might be opportunities on these ones instead of just SPY related stocks. These are looking decent. 280s. With a 20 cents stop, or even right now, but it's just chasing it. The better opportunity was 270 with a stop 260, 250s, and also the other one, where is it? Redbox right here, 720. Again, difficult because it's been regularly doing this, popping and dropping, as I mentioned earlier. Pops, drops, pops, drops, pops, drops, and later on it starts to create some traction. So just a bit worried about this doing the same thing over and over again. So AMD would have been a great trade if I had gotten my third partial here, even with this ad. It would have been really great, because usually when I do take out my third partials, that's like 70% of my position gone. Sometimes more than that, but with AMD it probably would have been like 60-70% position off here, which means I could have even with this one I would have had some profit. But nevertheless, it's still a great trade. I'm complaining, but it's still a great trade. Just this wick, this whole thing got me stopped out. But I can't ignore that. Just because it's done that, I cannot just hope that it's actually not a reversal. Hope you know, hoping doesn't work. And the reason why I was also, uh, you know, I got out for the remaining position early, I would say, is first of all time frame. Like it's half an hour after the open, it's done, it's drop, quite a big drop. Um, especially with SPY, it's look at this, it's done, it's drop without a proper pullback, without proper retracement. So I'm expecting a retracement coming in now. So if that's responding to the price action on AMD, I can't ignore that. I've seen these so many times that these kind of the ones that just reverses and actually goes from red to green. Here's an example actually. Here's an example. Not to the tick, but look at this. Yesterday was a proper red day. In fact, yesterday was just amazingly extraordinary day on AMD and SPY, because massive gap. We were talking about from 90s, 91s all the way to 98s because of the earnings, right? On AMD. What it does is all the way, and I was telling, like in this stream, I was saying, guys, this doesn't have a chance to fill up the gap, but it did. It almost did. So technically, I was right that it didn't fill up the gap, but it really did. So, but once the reversal came in, it just never looked back. Yeah. So I was just afraid of that. But now this is looking like this exit is just not good. But anyways, I'm not going to be trading short now because it's too much to the at the bottom. Like how would I say, at the lows? I don't want to be shorting right at the lows. Basically, I hate doing that. So it might just play around here, wait for it to actually make up its mind, see what it does. Okay, so this might be another move down. So I feel like there's an opportunity on a red box. Right now, 720s was the volume though. The volume is horrible. It's just 50-50. I mean, it might be a good early entry for long, but it's just a bit too risky. I think it's 50-50. I don't like 50-50s. Well, it looks good for if the volume, if it wasn't there, if I didn't see the volume at all, like how do I get rid of? No, I can't. But I would have taken this, but it's only the volume is not helping. SPY is showing sign of weakness, and if that does continue, this will continue as well. There it goes. There it goes. So it's one of those things, guys. Today, the early exits didn't really pay off that well. In fact, it had taken quite a bit of my profit. It didn't obviously make me lose or anything, but it just took off a lot of my profit. See, this is the thing with trading. You're never happy. You're never happy. Yeah, I think this is gonna take out the lows, which I was like really over here, right there. I was like, this has got to take out the lows. It's gonna take it out. It's gonna take out the lows. But anyways, I'm just gonna go through the recap of the trades. Two tickers I traded. Let's have a look at the trades we took. Okay, first of all, AMD. As I was mentioning, I did mention, go back to the stream if you want to check the recordings earlier on at this time frame. I really beautiful entry. Entry was really nice. Waited really well for it. 2-3 bars. Had a nice reaction from 97s, 96, 90s, quite a few times, and then waited for that right entry. I believe that was really good. My original exit was over the break of the VWAP, so that was my 1 hour risk. So now this early exit right here, this wick got me out. This wick took me out. Now that was a manual exit. This wasn't a hard stop or anything, but I was watching SPY at that time and it was just reversing. It was kind of creating that little bounce and I didn't want to be in it, and it was too early in the game at the open that it could reverse out. SPY usually does tend to do that. So if it was going to do that, this would have actually taken me out on right over here somewhere for a 1 hour. So instead of doing that, instead of waiting for it to take me out, I actually exited manually here, which was in hindsight obviously not a good thing. But it is what it is. I stick by that decision. Most of the time it pays off for me. Then later on, I was eyeing this on. If it did give me another opportunity, I'll take it. So it did. Right here, add, and then the best thing about this trade was the ad was a beautiful entry. I really love the ad. This was also okay at that point, but the ad was much better because the sign of weakness came in. A little bit confirmation was stronger on this ad. And then, yeah, the first partial, second partial, and third partial missed out. Third partial I was talking about, it just got greedy, to be honest. And I think what happened was because I couldn't take anything out here, this ad, I cannot justify it that much. Although, yes, there was some sort of a price action reason behind it, but not enough of a reason for me to be adding at this low, at these lows. Right here, if I have added, I had a good reason for it. So this bar here or this bar, but right here was a bit too early. And maybe the reason is that this ad wasn't that much. It was only about 10-15% of the position. But still, nevertheless, it wasn't the great timing of the ad. Would have been much happier here. Now, here's the thing. If you mess up in the trade management anywhere, then it is like it's just a domino effect. Everything crumbles. So I kind of mess up on the partial here, according to my strategy, right? I should have taken the third partial, which would have left me with only 30%, right? Now I couldn't. It gave me quite a few times, quite a few chances actually to take it out. I did not. I was a bit greedy. I did mention that in the stream as well. I'm a bit greedy. Uh, Sometimes it pays off being greedy, but because of that, this decision happened, and because of that, that decision had to happen because of this ad. If I didn't have this ad, I probably would have been able to hold it over this original stop, which was I was keeping over 96, which would never have been triggered. So here's a best example for you to follow your rules, follow your strategy rules to the tick. When you have experience like I do for years, then you do tend to mold the trade management according to that specific day, which works out for me. But initially, you really, really want to stick to the strategy trade management. But I'm happy with what I did here. Green on AMD, and yeah, green for the whole day. For the day, probably just close to 1.5 hours, something like that. Right, guys, I need to go. Something urgent came up. I had a phone call, so I just need to end the stream. I wish you best of luck. Green for the day, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Not tomorrow, actually, Monday, at 9 a.m. EST. Yeah, Friday I don't do the streams. Best of luck, guys. Take it easy. Have a lovely weekend. See you next week. Cheers, guys.